Half in the bag. Oh, we're here. Oh, we're back in the Black Void. That must mean a new Star Wars product has come out.
It's a Black Void, so that means this must be like a highly anticipated, hype-filled movie, right? Mm-hmm. Hugely anticipated.
Hugely.
Epic.
Epic.
Rich, it's the first Star Wars film in theaters in 7 years. The excitement is through the roof.
It's here, everybody! No, I'm not talking about the Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm talking about the biblical end times. An upside-down world where gas is $6, TV shows are movies, and movies are TV shows. A nightmare world where watching 5 episodes of The Mandalorian with a family will now cost you $95 with popcorn and a soda. Join us in this discussion that will likely be as unfocused and pointless as the film itself.
This is the first time Rich has ever written an introduction for a half in the bag discussion.
Yeah,
he did well.
He did well.
I wrote my own, but yours is superior.
Really?
Yes, I didn't know what you would come up with, so I wrote something, but I wasn't as inspired.
Yeah.
So that was very good, Rich.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud of myself.
Speaking of uninspired.
I want to know what brought this into existence.
Well, that was, I mean, it seems obvious to me. We're talking about The Mandalorian and Grogu, which while you're watching the film, it feels very blatantly like it was planned as a season of a TV show.
Like
Season 4 of Mandalorian.
You can feel where every episode begins and ends.
Yes. And so at some point in the putting that together, either pre-production or something, they said, let's put it in theaters. And my question is why?
Wait. This wasn't made entirely by an AI? That's my secret theory, is that this was an experiment. It was a, I know you got that look, like, oh,
No,
I'm actually kind of serious.
I'm actually thinking about it.
Because just the voice performances alone were
very
so
bored.
flat. And I know that's the Mandalorian's thing.
But that's every character.
Every other character.
Yeah.
Was it Jeremy Allen White playing the
Rota, the Hutt.
Obviously,
yeah,
his pitch shifted and distorted, but there was nothing that distinguished him as an actor whatsoever. It sounded like a robot was saying those lines. And then Sigourney Weaver, I had to squint to see if she was just completely AI. And even flying her spaceship at the end, she was flying like a TIE fighter around or whatever, and she's like, everyone, let's go. Fire your missiles.
Nobody knows what they were supposed to be doing.
For this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
The only one giving it their all was Martin Scorsese.
I know.
Because that man can't not give it his all.
He
was that actually Martin Scorsese?
Yeah. That was his voice.
He was in the credits. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, is that him? He sounds so like energetic and youthful. He did a great job as a voice actor.
Sure.
Well, like, why was he in that?
Because he's Martin Scorsese? I don't know.
It wouldn't be in a Marvel movie, I'll tell you that much.
I think there was some blowback because when the trailer for this came out, you could hear a line or two from him in the trailer, and people were like, "He bashes Marvel, but then he does this." It's like he was in a sound booth for like an hour.
Yeah. Oh, it was. That, I mean, that's a surface level. We'll get into it, but you said 3-4 episodes of the TV show. I just felt like
one felt like it would have been a 2-parter, like it feels like 5 or 6 episodes of the Mandalorian TV show season.
Yeah, like the first 45 minutes is like, this is all right. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. But then it hit a point where it's like they ran out of plot, and then the movie just kept going.
Yes.
I leaned over to you at one point and I said, "What is this movie even about?"
It's about the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Sometimes, sure.
Well, okay.
We were at about the halfway point. I remember turning to you and saying, "Is this over? Is that because it felt like the ending."
Yeah.
He captured the guy.
Based on how stories are told and the way plots progress, it felt like it was concluding.
Yeah.
And then they farted around in the woods for 30 minutes, and that's where I completely disengaged.
The twist was that the Jabba the Hutt gangsters double-crossed him.
Oh. I think that's the biggest problem. Even if the story was unfocused, if it had something to latch onto that you cared about, like characters or stakes or some sort of like grander point to any of it. It really had nothing.
I'm gonna say something because there is nothing. There is nothing deep, nothing emotional.
I could find a kernel.
It's just
and that's it.
Standard stupid action plots. Like and the reason I only saw the first season, but the reason I liked the first season of The Mandalorian is because it was unpretentious.
Yes.
It was just here's an adventure. Here's another adventure. It's no grand epic tale, just a series of adventures. And that's what this movie feels like. But it's a movie. So you expect something to be more epic, and it's just not there.
Yeah.
If this were like a season just of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, I'd think it were fine. I'd actually think it were fine. I'd say it's enjoyable. In fact, I'm gonna say, when this comes out on Disney Plus, and there's not like a theater paywall behind it, you can just watch it. It's probably a fine to watch in chunks. It's probably fine.
Yeah, at one point you were like, they wrapped up the storyline with that guy that they capture and take him back to Sigourney Weaver, and then he's just out of the movie, and you're like, that's it?
Yeah.
And I said, well, yeah, that's the end of the episode.
So, Mandalorian is. We'll just recap here, because I only saw the first season of Mandalorian. Everyone was upset at the second season because it was like nostalgia bait or.
Well, it was just a constant setup for future Disney Plus shows.
I mean,
Every episode was like introducing like
Yeah.
Ahsoka or
Right.
deep fake Luke shows up at the end. I was like, fuck this.
So the Mandalorian came from Boba Fett. In Empire Strikes Back, they said the script calls for bounty hunter. Bounty hunter. And so some guy went, I don't know, and made a helmet.
Yeah.
And a bunch of costume parts and slapped it on Jeremy Bullock, the actor, and said, that's bounty hunter. And everyone thought bounty hunter was cool. So then it expanded in all the
He's
extended
mysterious.
universe. He's mysterious, blah, 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 blah. So Mandalorian is instead of just bounty hunter, it became an entire race of
Bounty hunters
that all had this creed and these helmets, and you must never remove your helmet because we all look awesome wearing it. I mean, because whatever.
This is the way.
This is the whatever. So we need more of those things that look cool.
Yeah.
Let's do this show. Here's Pedro Pascal wearing a helmet, and he's the man with no name. He's just like a loner.
And that's why for a show like that, it's okay that there's
episodic
not much to him as a
television.
character.
Right. But when you transfer to a movie, he's joyless. He's soulless.
Bored.
You can have a
Bored.
character like that, but you need some other character who's like the emotional focus of the story.
I mean, that's what Grogu is supposed to be, but it doesn't go beyond, look at how cute he is.
Right.
They're missing one other character.
There was a few points in the movie where someone says to like Mandalorian, they're like, someday you're gonna have to let him go. He's gonna grow up, blah blah blah. So I kind of thought that's what the movie was building towards, was like him letting Grogu go off on his own. He has to forge his own path, but that didn't happen.
No. That was the surrogate for that was the Jabba the Hutt's son.
Right.
I guess it's the closest you have to an emotional core.
That's what I was saying. That's I dug through all the crap and I found the little teeny tiny kernel, and that was it. What's so powerful about it is that it's about family.
Yeah.
It's about family, and that's what's so powerful about it.
He is the only character
I was
of
gonna
anything.
make that joke in my intro, but it just seemed,
Oh,
we're
been
going there again.
Yeah, oh yeah,
We've
we're
beat
gonna
that one to
go
death.
there forever.
Well, we're talking about Mandalorian and Grogu, so doing something tired and boring is okay.
Because sometimes movies are powerful because they're about family.
Of course,
But
sure.
when you have nothing to say about something,
Yeah.
that's when you pull that line out. That's what Carrie Fisher did. So she had no idea what the movie was about.
Right.
And she just said some bullshit because she was a pro.
It's about family.
I think some people started to point out when these reviews for this come out, it was a lot of fun.
Oh yes,
That
that's
was
what,
the Section 31 line.
Congratulations on the film. I've seen it. It's so much fun.
It is very fun. It is very fun for me, but
I'll be honest, Star Trek's kind of hit or miss with me, but this was awesome. I had a lot of fun with this. So this was great.
When reviewers want to be praiseful and keep getting invited back to screenings or
but there's
influencers.
nothing else to
or-
say about the film.
First off, let me say the movie was a lot of fun. A lot of action.
The Mandalorian and Grogu is a very safe but very fun movie.
I slightly loved this movie.
Were you content with where they kind of landed on this?
Yeah.
By fun, I mean things happened in the film.
And boy, oh boy, is that little Grogu cute.
It's true.
Have I said the movie was a lot of fun? And really, that's all there is.
Do either of you know anything about Dave Filoni?
No.
Because he co-wrote this movie with Jon Favreau. I don't know anything about Dave Filoni. I think the only Star Wars stuff I've seen is stuff that he had nothing to do with. I guess maybe he worked on The Mandalorian.
I think
right?
he did a lot of the animated stuff.
He did animated stuff, which I've never seen. But he co-wrote this movie, and I'm just wondering, what does he love about Star Wars? Is it just creatures? Because that's this movie. Every 5 minutes, there's a new fucking goblin shows up.
I've heard his material referred to as Filoni baloney.
Okay.
I think he might fit into the Star Wars porn categories. First of all, on that topic, huge apologies to Rogue One. And to the Star Wars prequels and to the Star Wars sequels. All films have some kind of emotional connectability other than zero.
Yeah.
This movie had zero.
That's kind of the new interesting thing about Star Wars is every time a new product comes out, it makes you reappraise the previous products.
Yes.
Hey, the prequels weren't that bad.
No, the prequels are still shit.
Well, the prequels are bad, but they're bad storytelling. They're not bad because of lack of ideas. This movie's bad because of lack of ideas.
This movie's bad in many ways.
It has nothing going on, and so every 5 minutes, Mandalorian just fights a new monster. It's like scene after scene, and there's nothing clever happens.
Well, they did use the original trilogy, A New Hope, Chewbacca chessboard monsters.
Yeah,
they did.
Who were
They did.
incidentally fighting on a giant chessboard. It was round. I think it had the same pattern on the ground.
Yeah.
It was clever.
Yeah.
Like his chessboard was inspired by that
Arena.
famous arena.
Yeah,
But that's just a clever reference.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
nothing in
yeah.
the story. There's a part they go to the
And
planet.
this guy shows up.
And that guy shows up.
this toy.
Remember him?
This was a Jabba's palace. I think he was just like a rubber Muppet in the background. But now they're like, I think his name starts with an A. It's like Amamaramna. But this one carded is really valuable. Loose, not so much, but carded, mint condition is really valuable Star Wars piece.
But yeah, they show up on that planet where they're meant to get Rota the Hutt.
Yeah.
And Mandalorian talks to Martin Scorsese and he finds out he's at this palace or whatever. And then they go there when the place is closed and they have to sneak in. And little Grogu, he leans against the wall. Mandalorian leans against the wall and Grogu climbs up the wall. And it's like, oh, what's he going to do? And then he just goes inside and opens the door. It's like, oh.
They've done it millions of times before.
There's nothing, but do something clever. Do something where we're like, oh.
Remember,
they had an obstacle they had to figure out.
Grogu climbed inside the robot and started pulling his electrical cords.
Yeah, they can just do anything. It doesn't matter.
Well,
they fight a monster and then they easily defeat the monster.
Yeah. Well, what happened in season 2 of Mandalorian?
I didn't watch it.
I watched it and I still couldn't tell you. I don't fucking remember.
I just remember I enjoyed the first season a lot.
Yeah.
Simple.
Which makes it strange that I didn't watch the second, but it's like, I don't care about all these fucking cameos.
Yeah.
I don't need to see Luke Skywalker come in and steal everyone's thunder at the end of the season. I don't care.
It was just like the one season. It was like 8 episodes. I really liked the prison episode with Bill Burr.
It was a fun nod to old 80s action TV shows and westerns.
Yes.
Exactly. And I was like, I'm done with that. That's great. I don't need more.
Well, then they really muddled it by, okay, we have this show with a Mandalorian in it. And then they made Book of Boba Fett with another Mandalorian in it.
You know what those
Disney shit. What else can we do?
You know what those Star Wars porn nerds love? They just love that stuff. And I was thinking about that while watching this because Rich and I laughed because after the first action scene, this like father and his daughter.
There's a mother and her daughter, like a 5-year-old girl.
I would say she's probably
she was young,
8 to 10.
Yeah.
But they just got up and left.
I thought it was maybe because they thought it was too violent at first.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making is I'm watching this and there's no like You can argue that Grogu's for kids because he's cute.
Okay, if you market your movie with plush Grogu, cute Grogu dolls, there's an argument to be made there that you maybe shouldn't burn 17 people to death in the opening minutes of your movie and then throw a stormtrooper off of a cliff where we see him break his neck on the rocks on the way down. Maybe that was a bit much if you're going to market your movie based on cute baby Yodas.
But today, the members of our studio audience are going home with a Hasbro Star Wars action buddy, Grogu, animatronic from Disney. Just one of many new toys and collectibles inspired by Star Wars.
You brought children there who want to see little cute Grogu, but literally can't see them because the picture's so dark.
Yeah,
but also,
that murky, dim lighting is seeped its way into Star Wars now.
The Grogu running around with the Babu Freaks, those little guys that they sound like Marcel the Shell. They're cute and they're fun, but they just don't fit in this world of like ultra realistic violence. Like it's like Andor having Grogu running around. Like, come on, Grogu. Let's go try to stop these fascists from executing a town square full of people. You know what I mean? It's more cartoonish than Andor, but to me it's like pretty close.
Why were they little cutesy goblins who kind of spoke gibberish? Why were they rescuing the Mandalorian? Why did they care?
Here's why. Because one of the four got taken by the dog.
Okay.
And so their initial motivation was, let's go, we got to get our friend.
Then they got their friend, then they leave.
No, or don't you have a heart? They became friends with the baby. And they understood that the baby was also trying to find his own friend. Grogu helped them rescue their friend. In turn, they helped Grogu rescue his friend.
So what you're saying is, it's all about family.
It's about family, and that's what makes it so
sorry,
powerful.
I just went to grab my soda, take a drink, before I realized it was an R5 droid.
That's your old friend, Rich.
I know.
Do you remember him?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Star Wars. Fucking Star Wars.
From a long time ago in a galaxy far, far
I know
away.
somebody wearing a mask did some bit with that. On
Still don't know to this day.
We don't know who that is.
People seem to not understand that bit, and it just drives me nuts.
What do you mean?
In what sense?
They say that it's you, well, not you, it's a man wearing a Darth Vader mask jerking off an R5D4 droid, right?
No, it is a stand-in for his actual penis.
It is his actual penis because it looks like a penis. It has a penis head. So it's a penis. And that the man loves Star Wars so much, his own appendage
it takes the place of the R5
is this
droid.
somehow, whether or not he had it surgically changed or it just happened to look like that. That's
what's so powerful about it.
I saw it more as a metaphor for being his penis.
Okay.
But
Yes. Maybe he was simulating.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Star Wars.
And that's what's so powerful about it.
There's a lot of Star Wars now. What's your trick for making your story feel fresh and not just more of the same?
When you're making a Star Wars film, what's the first thing you think about? Action scenes or the characters?
If you could give one piece of advice to kids who dream of working on films like this, what would it be?
It's such a like simplistic argument or complaint to say something is boring, but this movie was fucking boring.
Fans debating, fans discussing, that's the most important thing.
The second half, once they start farting around the woods, I got so disengaged and then I was just out for the rest of it.
They certainly have a voice and let us know, which, as a fan myself, I'd probably do the same. So
I had a faint little like pulse when Grogu, because Mandalorian is injured, he's sleeping in a hut. A little Grogu curls up next to him and goes to sleep.
I just wanted to know, was there any relationships in your life that inspired the way that you wanted to portray that closeness between you and Grogu?
But before that, he was just like, Grogu's just walking around those woods. It's like a best of the worst movie.
That didn't need to be a 45-minute long sequence.
Yeah. This is the episode where Grogu meets the guy in the woods and befriends him.
I had low expectations. I had like really low expectations. I'm in the category of, it was fun.
So I had slightly higher expectations because I was expecting to be at least sort of like wowed or entertained.
It's just a fun adventure story. Is kind of the vibe I was getting.
I always saw Solo, a Star Wars story. I mean, it wasn't like an amazing movie or anything, but it had some fun interactions with the characters, and there was some good set pieces, and I understood what was happening, and it felt like there was like a directive in it.
He needed someone else to interact with that wasn't him or Grogu.
This needed a girl.
Definitely, desperately.
And her a sassy girl to hang around with the Mandalorian, some other guy, a kid.
That's Grogu.
I mean, you got the guy who was flying the ship who walked in and out of the movie at the beginning. And
he was an AI. He was an AI.
I know.
AI NPC.
Rhoda the Hutt wasn't that bad of a character.
If he would have stayed throughout the whole film, and if they picked up another one or two Rhoda the Hutt-esque characters.
Mike, you're asking for Rogue One.
Well, see, Rogue One was...
Rogue One had boring characters, though.
Yeah, they were boring.
They had no chemistry.
Yes.
They had nothing to,
Yes.
If those two characters are great and engaging, and there's stakes to what's happening in the story, you can get away with just those two.
Didn't the TV show have Canceled Lady and Apollo Creed? Weren't they kind of his group?
Yeah, they kind of came and went throughout the series.
She got canceled twice.
She got canceled in 17 seconds recently.
Immediately, Rousey takes Carano down.
But yeah, speaking of this being the movie, that's why I kind of thought it would lead up to him letting Grogu go, or some sort of an emotional weight to anything.
Some kind of emotional arc of some sort.
Yeah.
It's the weakest thing possible, but you could argue that the emotional thing was he's been taking care of Grogu all this time, but at the end, Grogu takes care of him. That's the arc. The young take care of the old, and then the old, or the other way around, whatever.
But they do that for each other all the time. I want to know why he takes Grogu on all these violent adventures with him.
What else is he gonna do?
All
he does is go on violent adventures. And he's got this kid. They don't have space daycare on Tatooine.
Leave him in the ship. Jesus Christ.
The guy at the beginning, the Imperial guy that they captured, he tied in with the rest of the plot, right?
That's just your opening action scene. That introduces Sigourney Weaver, and he's doing bounties for her, and then they introduce the plot aspect. This is the main bounty we really need you to do, but you've got to do these side episode quests before you can figure out who that guy is. There's a connected story. It just feels like segmented episodes rather than a movie.
It felt like the opening of like an Indiana Jones movie. Like he has the little adventure before the real plot starts. Yeah. But I was thinking, because they have are they AT-ATs or AT-STs?
AT-ATs.
They're AT-ATs.
The big ones.
They're like, we got to get the Mandalorian, so they pull those things out. I was like, that's a really impractical use of those of those machines.
Well, he's got that little one, the one that seems like it would break your back riding it. And then he's like, let's ride this down the mountain. And it'll run down them. We'll both break our backs on this thing that has no shocks or a proper seat or seat belts or anything. And then he takes off in a jetpack.
Yeah.
Why didn't you fly in the jetpack off the mountain?
So he could, because they wanted him to ride a space horse. That's a Western theme. He's got to ride a horse, Mike.
They had to show off
his horse.
The new toy.
The new toy.
And the new toy, yes.
Well, these kids don't buy Star Wars toys.
Look, you think jetpack fuel is cheap?
Yeah, I don't know. I was saying I checked out in the first 10 minutes, 5 minutes, because the Mandalorian is just indestructible. There's no tension. He just walks into a room and just kills everyone with ease.
There's no clever plans, no clever way. I don't know, clever aspect to these action scenes. It's just he walks in and just starts shooting and killing.
Yeah,
that's the whole movie. Yeah, that's the problem.
If he bounty hunted that Imperial guy in a clever way without killing anyone, and I know I'm not expecting this particular character to be really nice or clever or smart, but that's what a main character is. He's a side character, he's like Boba Fett. You can't make a movie starring Boba Fett. That's what they just did, and it was boring.
You want to talk about westerns that this is based on?
Yes.
Fistful of Dollars is Clint Eastwood doing some clever things. Like he takes a corpse and he dresses it up like it's still alive. He props it up in the cemetery and he tricks the two crime families into believing like the snitch is still alive. He's at the cemetery, so they all go to the cemetery so he can sneak in. So he did a clever thing. He didn't just walk in and shoot everybody.
That's what I kept waiting for with this movie. I was like, something has to go wrong, and then he has to use his wits to get out of it. He just shows up and they just fight. They just keep fighting.
Oh, when he was in that tank, the Jabba the Hutt, like the Rancor pit, they dump him in there, and these guys are fighting him.
Yeah.
And
then he just kills them.
He finds an old weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just kills them.
How is Mando going to get out of this one? Oh, I found a weapon.
Well, that's convenient. That's it.
It's very, very bad writing. Very bad writing.
Lazy writing.
Lazy.
Lazy's the word for it.
Lazy. They're the same, though. Because if you want clever...
Bad writing is Alex Kurtzman.
Okay.
That's bad writing. This
yeah.
is just... I'm not inventive enough to think of a creative action scene.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a generic action scene.
Okay. I suppose there is this...
That's where we're at with this movie.
So you're threading the needle a little, but
yeah, sure.
I agree. We get, instead of bad, we'll say lazy. Because
we're a higher grade of critic, Mike. We gotta specify. We can't just say bad. Movie bad.
Movie dumb. Lazy writing. Okay, that's
movie good because Mando punch. Grogu cute.
Movie bad because not punch enough.
Grogu saved him, remember? Grogu and the Babu freaks all came in that tunnel. They found a access tunnel, and he put the thermal detonator on there, and Mando, that big white snake was pretty scary looking. I mean, let's pivot. Let's pivot a little, gentlemen, to positives.
Yeah.
Some really great costumes and robots and set pieces.
Lots of practical puppets. I like weird little guys,
yeah.
and there's when Grogu teams up with the Babu Fricks. It's just a couple scenes with just a bunch of little puppets running around.
There's one part where they like run across the bottom of the screen, and they felt very Muppet-like.
Yeah, all those scenes. It felt like I was watching like a Jim Henson Labyrinth movie or something.
I couldn't see anything, but we'll just say it right now, the cinematography is really dark, as it is in all movies now.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I like Road to the Hutt. He's an interesting enough character. It's not just, I'm a Hutt and I'm an evil crime lord. It's not
sure.
I don't like my dad's legacy. I want to be my own man. I like fighting in the death
apparently from a previous Star Wars product.
Is he?
He's from, what was that in the early 2000s? There was that one animated movie that came out in theaters.
Clone Wars?
Clone Wars. Yeah. I think he's in that.
Oh.
When he's like a little kid. Because they say, here's our picture of him when he was a kid.
Oh.
I think that he was in that.
Okay, well, we'll look at that.
So, because Dave Filoni, he's got to bring everyone back. He likes all his ties.
Some Filoni baloney.
Some more Filoni baloney. Although everything that happens to him was predictable. Where he's like, I'm held captive and forced to do these fights, but as soon as I win my next fight, they're going to let me go. It's like, everyone knows what's going to happen.
We're looking for positives.
I know.
We're looking for positives.
But all the positives lead to negatives.
And
there's no way around it.
When you just recited like the scene,
Yeah.
it did feel like a cartoon show for kids.
Yeah.
Like the writing.
Because this property was designed to be just a simplistic show.
I mean, that's fine.
That's what the Mandalorian was designed to be.
No,
It is fine.
but I mean like an animated thing, like because I guess Dave Filoni did a lot of animation.
For younger kids, little kids.
Yeah.
When they're like, when whoever's in charge of the arena betrays them.
Yeah.
And then Mando's like, we have to team up if we're going to get out of here alive.
Right,
It's like corny in a not fun way. Corny in like an annoying, kind of dumb way.
Well, it's like a He-Man cartoon, like, Skeletor and He-Man work together, and then Skeletor betrays him.
That whole little chunk of the movie, though, was
that's kind of simple.
The only part of the movie that got laughs out of me, when all the monsters get loose and they're like attacking the town. And it was very silly, and it was kind of making me laugh.
I mean, if they had kept that energy up, like, because you had said schlock at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely schlock.
I was going to add positives. I liked the score. It was very different for a Star Wars film. The inclusion of like the electronic music. He's landing on that planet looking for Road to the Hutt. I felt like I was watching like a big budget version of like Manborg. So I was okay with that.
Theoretically, I like the score. I think it needed to be a bit more upbeat in places. It's sad in places just too often. Like you're doing the action scene, you can be a bit more upbeat and not. This is a sad moment music.
Yeah.
No, well, there was one part, I can't remember which part. He's talking to some guy, the Death Star guy. I don't know, some guy, and it was like.
Yes.
It had whimsy tone to it, but the scene wasn't reading that, and I'm like. What?
Why is this playful right now?
It's playful. It doesn't. This scene doesn't feel like that music goes with it. And there's a couple of moments like that, like when the techno stuff came out. It's like, whatever.
I'll take it. It gave the movie a little more life than it otherwise would have had.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll take it.
It's never too late to be a hero.
You also have a very beloved co-star, Grogu.
Yes.
Talk to us about that, like from the very beginning to now getting to work in a film with him now. Like, how has that evolved in the way that you work with the character?
But what is it?
Does it movies?
What is it?
No, it TV shows. TV shows and movies have now officially completely switched places. Stranger Things is just like a 18-hour-long movie, and now The Mandalorian and Grogu is a 2-hour-long TV season.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
This is one of those weird movies that looks both cheap and expensive at the same time. Because it looks like a very expensive TV show, but for a movie it feels kind of cheap. And like the way it's shot, I was thinking about it in comparison to like The Force Awakens. Like that's such a, like there's color, there's life, there's energy to it. And this just feels so drab. Like visually, we talk about the lighting, of course, but also just like shots, it's just lots of flat shots.
Grogu, I need you to go to the control panel.
I was thinking about that when he goes into the Hutt's lair, and whatever the two huts are, and how drab and ugly it is, and then how the Return of the Jedi Jabba the Hutt palace scenes are so like vibrant and bright, even though it's supposed to be a drab, dark kind of layer.
You can still see what's happening.
Yeah, and it doesn't have that, I don't know, it's sort of like that digital monochromatic blah look when the film, like The Force Awakens, is rich and colorful and looks like a movie.
Yeah.
Then there's those scenes where he's on that ugly like planet. It's like a moon. It's where the arena fight is. It's like It's where they have the chase and the monsters escape.
The
and all
city kind of area.
It wasn't like a gambling planet. It was kind of like a dingy city. And then he's walking, and you could really clearly see where the set ended and the digital extension began, whether that was like a volume or like a green screen or something. And then you see that like the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, or like Star Trek Picard. Remember when they go to that planet?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it all looks so ugly, and brown, and gray, and flat. Cheers to J.J. Abrams. And to The Force Awakens.
We all know the
For
problem.
its direction. Now we got Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. He showed up in a cameo in this, Dave Filoni.
Yeah, he was flying an X-Wing.
He showed up and I was like, fuck you. Like just seeing him in the movie like irritated me. I don't know anything about him. I don't necessarily have anything against him, but this movie was so uninspired. And he's like, and I'm gonna put myself flying an X-Wing in it. I'm like, oh, fuck off. It like annoyed me.
That's fair. Did he have a stupid cowboy hat on?
He did in the earlier scene when they first go to the whatever where Sigourney Weaver is. He was like at the bar, and I think he was wearing his cowboy hat.
They're going to love this because it is hearkening back to the original trilogy. Great for the whole family, and a perfect introduction into the Star Wars universe.
After Andor, they're done. They're never going to surpass that shit.
Is that Tony Gilroy, right? What's he up to these days? Get him back to write some more Star Wars.
No.
Leave it be.
He specifically didn't want to do Star Wars and doesn't know anything about Star Wars. He just wanted to write a sci-fi show about a resistance standing up to a fascist dictatorship. And they're like,
can you set it in the Star Wars universe?
And he's like, hey, what is that? Star Wars? Sure. And so
that's what it needs. People that don't feel so beholden to the minutia. Just like come up with good characters and make a good story.
What you don't need are lifelong Star Wars fans, men in their 50s who wear cowboy hats and love Star Wars so much that they make their own fan films. You need outsiders to come in and take material and make something out of it under the guidance of someone who might be able to say, yeah, that works, but do this. And that's what you need. So I'd like to look on the hopeful side and think that maybe people will recognize that it's missing something. It's missing
I think
heart.
people have.
Yeah.
Like people don't seem to be terribly excited about this movie.
Yeah.
I think it's predicted to not do great at the box office.
I think with any Star Wars product, you can expect just psychotic reactions.
Wow.
In general,
Yeah.
people are weird about this franchise.
Like positive psychotic
like
reactions?
psychotic extremes one way or the other.
Sure.
This is the best thing. No, it's the worst thing.
Yeah,
everything.
of course, yeah.
We're going to be called Disney shills because you said you thought it was okay.
I'm on the. I am going on the record. When this is out of theaters and it's just on as a normal thing on Disney Plus, it's okay to watch in chunks.
What do you get out of it?
Nothing. I'm just saying it's like eating popcorn. It's fine. It's not offensive. This is not offensive to me, but it's not especially great. It's not especially good. It's not especially clever.
Then why bother?
Yeah. I mean, if you have nothing better to do, it's not what I'm saying is it's not miserable.
Sure.
This is not miserable.
It's nothing but like Mandalorian walking in and like shooting people and
No,
punching
sure.
and then so I
If you like just generic action stuff,
But that's the thing.
Very, very generic.
That's the thing is I like action movies. Who doesn't? But
you need more.
This is not a good action movie either. Like the action is really just sort of phoned in. Like when he's fighting these guys in the water.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what was happening. He's
That scene needed to just end quick.
Yeah, and then even like the big set piece, which I thought was the most interesting, was when those gigantic robots came alive.
Oh yeah.
And they almost had like a stop motion quality to them.
Like deliberately.
Yeah.
Like
and
they tried to make it look like
Right.
stop motion.
This is the actual stop motion models from Tippett. This is, oh yeah.
They reminded me of the RoboCop 2.
Oh yeah.
The RoboCop 2.
Yeah.
The titular RoboCop 2, because he's stop motion. And, he's jumping on the back of them. And it reminded me very much of that, and the stop motion element to it. But
that had the
again,
element of that was a drug-crazed robot that RoboCop has to stop, which makes it creative and kind of fun. They're just giant robots.
Yeah, exactly.
And Baby Yoda
There's
just climbs
substance to
inside
that.
and he just rips its guts out.
There's nothing
ends.
clever happened.
Yeah.
They just fought the robots that were big.
This could look bad for OCP, Johnson. Scramble the best spin team we have.
The end
Yes.
too. They call in the X-wings and Boba Fett is like, blow the place up. We'll be out in time.
Yeah.
And then there's a hole in the side of the building and like, what do we do? I guess we gotta jump. And then they jump. And then that's it.
Can you tell me something, Jay? They had already killed the two evil Hutts. Everything that's left in there is just robots. Why do they need to blow the building up?
Oh, because they wanted to put X-wings in the movie at the last minute.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine, like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, hey, Sigourney Weaver's going to be in a Star Wars movie. She's flying an X-wing. That's awesome.
It would have been something.
But here we just have some sort of AI deepfake Sigourney Weaver who looks like she's half asleep.
I can absolutely believe that it's an AI deepfake Sigourney Weaver. I absolutely believe it. There's no effort.
Thank you.
No
Mando.
hint of effort or performance in this movie. None.
Is Pedro Pascal in the costume?
I wondered that too.
Oh, no, this would be the best gig ever. You just let your stunt double do literally everything except the one scene.
Yeah.
Maybe in the first season of The Mandalorian, because he was like a nobody then, right?
Yeah.
But now, probably not. I'll sign on to that, but I'll do the one scene where the Hutts take my helmet off, and the rest of the time I'm just sitting in the sound booth.
Yep.
And he's literally just reading the lines, like there's no emotion whatsoever. It's truly awful. Apologies to the Acolyte. Apologies to George Lucas. Apologies to the prequels. Apologies to the sequels.
Now wait another 10 years, and then people are going to be reappraising Mandalorian and Grogu.
No,
It's actually pretty good. There's some interesting aspects to it. No.
The weird thing is, it's not like the worst thing ever.
No, it's just technically competent.
It's achieved a new level of like blandness and like lack of effort.
Mm-hmm.
That's like almost kind of like mind numbing and hard to realize that it's actually happening. Because you'd expect to go into a feature film made by a giant company like Disney.
It's like the kind of Star Wars they would give astronauts in the space station. It's like Tang, it's like a packet.
Yeah.
Flavorless Star Wars packet. You rip open, you squeeze it in your mouth because you can't eat normal food in zero gravity. You can't have like a steak dinner, a Star Wars steak dinner. You just got to have the packet with the pureed Star Wars that's flavorless because it's got preservatives in it.
But the goal is to get the younger ones hooked. That's what they tried to do, and I think that's why they put this in theaters. Because it's like, wow, we haven't had a Star Wars movie in theaters in a while. Little kids like Baby Grogu, and Mandalorian is like the only thing we've done as far as streaming shows that is kind of like gone beyond our like streaming audience. So maybe we'll hook people back in with that.
Which is why it seems strange to me when you say this is meant to appeal to the young people. Because to me, this movie feels like it was made to appeal to 50-year-old dudes like us, who grew up with like episodes of Knight Rider. This is 5 Knight Rider episodes stitched together. No, there's no character development. You've got the main character and the sidekick. Here's the crime we fight this week. Here's the crime we fight the next week. That's what this is.
Kids do not like Star Wars.
Yes.
They don't give a fuck about Star Wars.
And that's who Disney wanted when they bought Star Wars, when they bought Lucasfilm. That's who they were trying to, okay, we're going to reach the younger audience. And it just hasn't happened.
A smart thing to try to do, to kind of rebrand it from the beginning and start over. But that's what they need to do now. They need to just stop everything.
Just a hard reset.
Stop. Wait 5 years. Let the anticipation build and start some.
It's already been 7, right?
Well, but they've had TV shows. I mean, just
nothing at all.
Hard stop.
That's what we say they needed to do
10
with
years.
Marvel too. After Endgame, take a few years off, but they can't do that.
They can't turn the money faucet off.
They can't.
The shareholders would not approve. The corporate board members will say, no, keep making products.
They don't kill the goose that lays the golden eggs, but they do shove like a vacuum up its asshole. They just keep trying to suck out as much as they can, and they won't let that poor goose rest for a minute.
No.
Yeah. Even if in the long run, the goose egg would be golden and perfect.
Yeah, have time to form, develop.
Yes. You know the theory of delayed gratification? Do you know it?
I think I know what you mean. You wait and you will appreciate it more.
Well, with children, they say you can have a piece of candy now, or if you wait 2 hours, you can have 10 pieces of candy. The kids that say, give me the candy now, tend to be dumber than the ones that say, you know what, I'm going to wait. Because in 2 hours, I'm going to get 10 pieces of candy.
Yeah.
And that's smarter. And then the dumber kids eat the candy. Disney's the I want the candy now. If they wait 10 years and start the new Jedi Order, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
The Return of the Sith. That's a movie? Revenge of the Sith?
Star Wars. I remember Star Wars.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Star Wars in a while now.
Well, that's why I think Force Awakens, when it came out, there hadn't been a Star Wars movie in so long that it was like, oh, time has passed where I missed this. And that movie was a gigantic hit.
It was very warm and comforting and nostalgic, and then it set the stage perfectly for some other adventure.
If only Disney had some other major IPs they could just, have going on while these other IPs rest in the background for a bit.
Sure.
If only they had that. That would be such an advantage for them.
This is the way.
I was thinking about that and thinking, I was like, is this movie the worst Star Wars movie? I was like,
No.
Narratively, Rise of Skywalker is much, much worse, but it's also more interesting. Every 5 minutes, there's something new and embarrassing in Rise of Skywalker. This movie's just so bland that it's not interesting.
Attack of the Clones is still the worst Star Wars movie.
But it's more interesting. So what are the metrics for bad? I don't know. This is like what we talk about on Best of the Worst all the time.
This okay, you know what this is? This is the blandest Star Wars movie.
Rich wants us to be more mindful of the words we use in our discussions. So
People take everything literally.
yeah,
true.
yes, yeah. Well, what about there's the Solo movie? No one quite remembers that one.
But you liked that.
Yeah, that was just,
You both
that
liked
was
that.
good.
No, I'm just listing them. I'm trying to think in terms of like. That was and Rogue One were the only two like non-trilogy features, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're cutting out TV shows?
Cutting out TV shows. I'm just thinking feature films. When it comes to that, yeah, I might say this is the worst.
Okay.
Because I felt nothing. I felt literally nothing watching it.
Yeah.
I felt something.
You weren't even invested enough to get angry at it, like a prequel.
Yeah. I felt. Yes. Not be like, oh, why are they doing this? Like, this is stupid. Well,
I understand what's happening through this whole movie. I just don't care.
Yeah.
It has that quality. Which is almost worse in a lot of ways.
At least with like Rise of the Skywalker, it was just like bizarre, and there's the Emperor, and I kind of wanted to see like what happens with Rey and Kylo Ren, like how does this all end? And it's interesting, and you know you've been with those characters, and they speak with more than a monotone delivery of dialogue. Rey has some passion and energy to her. Kylo Ren is mad all the time.
Blow that piece of junk out of the sky!
There's some gusto there. Mm-hmm. Mandalorian is like, I'm here to do a job, and I'm doing my job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Flat line.
Yeah.
No, don't care one bit about him. Mm-hmm. Solo, same thing, like enjoyable, and blah, blah, blah. And then Rogue One, also not a great movie, but those characters are doing something.
They're trying to accomplish something. And we understand their goal.
And it's more than just a job that is optional. Right? Because it's not like Mando, we start with Mandalorian and we see Mando has a family.
He has to provide for his family.
Whatever. This is cliche. They've kidnapped Mando's wife. This job is personal. Stock, I get it. Bland, sure. Boilerplate, whatever. Motivation. Mando goes and does a job. He captures an Imperial guy and he gets a bunch of coins. Thanks. I'll be back for my next job. Oh no, they've kidnapped your family, Mando. This job is personal.
It's about family, and that's what's so powerful about it.
Just give me that.
Because this is designed to be a late 70s, early 70s action TV show where they make 58 episodes every damn year, and it's just a different crime every week. The heroes are static, they don't change. And they got a sidekick, they got a catchphrase.
Do you
this is
suspect
the way.
Yeah.
I was going to say, speaking of catchphrases, like dialogue, no memorable dialogue even in this movie. No funny lines or anything.
It totally feels like an AI wrote this. Jabba the Hutt has nephews and nieces, and the Mandalorian must first stop a Imperial guy. And
it could be a thing where they made the whole movie with AI, and if the movie was like a gigantic hit and everybody loved it, then they would come out and say, hey, you know what? We made that with AI. You didn't even notice, and you loved it.
Yeah.
But now that it was made with AI and nobody cares and nobody likes it, they're just going to keep that to themselves.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Nobody seemed like they were excited. Nobody was having a good time. No lightsabers, no music. Like, I don't know. Blah.
At no point did the Mandalorian Grogu even attempt to push these characters forward or evolve them.
Scramble the best spin team we have.
Bye.